guys, welcome back to another Avid Automotive video. I know it's been months and we keep saying we're going to keep back on it, but we don't. But we're here. We're here with Jonathan. I don't know if you recognise Jonathan, but Jonathan has owned a few cars, and I think you've still got a couple of cars.
Yeah.
But we are here today to look at this because I keep thinking, do we get a GTR? Let's talk to Jonathan, let's find out about the car. Nissan GTR.
Nissan GTR.
What year is this one?
This is 2009. This is one of the first ones in the country.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute because it's been signed by the designer on the engine.
Okay.
I've had it 5 years, bought it modified slightly, gone about as far as I'm going to go with it now. Currently stage 4.25 if you read your Litchfield and all the rest of it. Basically it's a minimum of 650 horsepower. Most of them are more than that.
Do you think that's enough, isn't it?
It's more than enough.
Yeah.
It's more than this. It's a frightening car if you're not used to it. It's as far as it'll go as in fully bolt on.
Yeah.
So the next stage for this, engine out, bigger turbos.
Yeah.
The turbos are maxed out at that, and you have to forge the engine. Otherwise you'll bend your con rods.
Yeah.
So without it getting massively expensive, that's as far as most people, when you see the adverts on Auto Trade or whatever, they'll go up to stage 4.25, and then if you want to go further than that, 30 grand for an engine, forging, plus your turbos, plus uprating everything else that comes with it. It's a massive jump.
Big job, isn't it?
Big jump.
Yeah.
So most people will go to that. It's as far as you want to go anyway.
Now, we first saw this car when we did a photo shoot, I think it was probably 3 years ago now.
That long, yeah.
I think it was about 3 years ago for naturally aspirated. Jonathan bought this down and he also bought another car down, which I don't think you've got anymore. Have you still got it?
Brought 3 down. But
you bought 3 down, didn't you? Yes, you did. Bought 3 cars down. And one of the cars that he had there was a Lamborghini SV.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying to me, you would prefer driving this and you like this car more than what you did your Lamborghini SV.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Hard to say really, because straight line performance, there's not a lot in it.
Would this live with that then?
Up to about 140 miles an hour.
Yeah.
After 140 an SV is gonna go. That's nearly a 220 mile an hour car. So this got the performance. I love the way it drives, 4-wheel drive, safe, reliable, stick your foot down in any corner, in any gear.
They're a nice looking car as well. Let's have a walk around it, and I hope you don't mind me saying, you use this car, don't you?
Like you can tell.
Jonathan, well let's just say Jonathan uses and abuses this car. Go on his Instagram, we'll put his Instagram tag at the bottom on the video. But Jonathan uses the car.
He's had a special jet wash today for you.
This is the fun weekend car.
And another thing is, like with the SV, you can have a lot of fun in an SV, don't get me wrong, but you're having fun with 350 grand's worth of car.
Yeah.
This is 30 something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's why we do so many track days in this, and we drive it as hard as we do, because it's not such much of a gamble.
I'm glad you said that, because I've put this out to a few of my car mates and said, I really fancy one of these, and they're like, you can't sell the Lotus. The Lotus is this, it's that, and the Lotus ticks every box. It's a great car, but I'm scared to death about crashing it. Yeah. Because it's basically a 2-part body. Yeah. And if you crash it, it's an expensive job. Where if you crash something like this, you can replace a bumper, you can replace a bonnet, replace a wing. Yeah. That is expensive. You get people trying race all the time. You can't park it anywhere because you're frightened of leaving it because it's one of them looking cars. Same with a Lambo. That's what's got me. I can't take the kids out in it, which isn't a bad thing to be honest, because I quite like the peace and quiet, if I'm being honest. But this is I could use this day to day as well as the van. You could go and smash probably a lot of supercars out there on the road in this. Yeah. You can take the family out. I mean, there's loads of things going for it, isn't there?
A lot of things. They've been around for a long time. Came out in 2009. Like I say, it's one of the first ones in the country. Just stopped making them this year. There's thousands of them out there. Yeah. Thousands of them have been smashed up and wrote off. There's loads of spare parts. Tune them up as far as you want to go. 2,500 horsepower is not inaccessible these days. Just how much you want to throw at it. It's just ridiculous.
Walk us around the car then. What have you done? What's different to standard?
Body wise, nothing. Standard wheels, tyres, so it's on track day tyres, it's on semi-slicks, upgraded brakes, so it's on 400mm Alcons at the front,
massive
6 pots, 390s at the rear. Obviously, engine-wise, it's 4.25 conversion, decattered. It's on a triple silenced exhaust.
So is there no cats in it at all?
Cats have been taken off.
It's going to be loud then. It's going to be.
It's fairly loud, but I've had it triple silenced because basically the track days at Donington, it's a 98 decibel limit.
Yeah.
So when I first got it, I had a Miltech system on, and I was struggling to get it below 103. So I went to Severn Valley Motorsport, look after it for me. They service it, do all the mods on it and everything. And they custom made me a triple silenced exhaust so I can get under 98 decibels.
Yeah.
So I don't have to go on the noisy days or the de-restricted days.
Take your foot off under the mic at Donington.
You know that, yeah. And of course the track days are a lot more expensive when they're de-restricted with the noise.
One thing I was going to ask you: are they reliable? Are they a reliable car? Are they? If they go wrong, are they expensive to repair? That's one of the questions I've been trying to find out on various forums and stuff.
Yeah. Depends what you buy. If you buy one, you've got to do your homework.
Yeah.
Got to have a meticulous service history. Yeah. So this engine, standard stock engine, other than all the bolt-on stuff which brings the power up, this engine is just about to roll 80,000 miles.
Really?
And for the past 5 years, me and Felicity have basically kicked its head in round Donington several times every year.
Which we can see on your Instagram and stuff. You have fun in it.
On the other hand, it's on gearbox number 4.
Okay.
It's now on a forged gearbox, but that's down to what we do with it. You just drive this as you normally would do, go out on a Sunday drive and all the rest of it, use it daily, no problem at all.
Yeah.
There's 1 or 2 little things that you need to have done. Most of them will have had it done anyway. You're going to struggle to find a standard car, they've all had something done.
What's the negatives? Obviously running it must cost a fortune to run.
Running it costs a fortune. It's not, obviously it's fuel, you get that with this sort of power, you've got to expect it. Things like brakes, you're going to have to watch it when you buy one. Sometimes they get flipped fairly quickly if they've got a big service coming up or they need brakes. You could quite easily, this brake setup on this is massive. £6 grand, £6.5 grand, something like that. Yeah. Standard discs, most people have swapped away from the standard original disc by now because they were prone to cracking. So you want upgraded discs, but you're still looking for discs and pads and fitting and all the rest of it. So this was all designed by the same people that did Gran Turismo on the PlayStation.
Do you know what? I thought it looked familiar. So basically, this is everything. You've got all your oil pressures.
You've got lots of different. So you can see up here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then A, B, C, D, F. Yeah. So you can choose. So I can then. So it's got a big one and 2 small ones. I can choose what information I want in each single one in the layout. So I can change. I can have the speed. I can have the torque split. There's a massive menu of different things you can have and set up on all different ones. So you can have it how you want it. So normally when I'm on track. I need to see that's the main one, trans oil. I don't want to cook the gearbox. It's got an extra gearbox cooler on it as well. So I just need to check my pressures and my temperatures. So I normally have it on that when I'm on the track.
It's clever, isn't it? There's loads more gadgets on it.
I think this came out in Japan 2008. Way ahead of its time.
The thing is, the Japanese. I used to work for Toyota. I did 8 years with Toyota, and one thing that I always say to people, when it comes to reliability, Japanese are just. But that was one of the selling points with the Lotus, Japanese engine. I just knew I was a bit safer with that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's stiff, isn't it?
Yeah. We're going to go into manual.
So that's on the.
So we're going to go on the paddles. So all we do is flick that across, and then I've got an M on my gear selector up there. Yeah. So now we're on the paddles. So press on. So you can see I've got traction control flashing and holding the power.
I'm going to take off over that hill then. Oh, you'd see my face on that video, I'd shit myself.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you can feel it squirming around.
I mean, yeah,
it's fighting.
So he's doing all the work.
It's quite controllable.
Yeah.
You know, this is just in normal driving. I've just put it in manual. I've done nothing else.
So this is in normal mode.
Normal mode. I've got none of these activated at the minute.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you can tell it just holds the road, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's an enormous amount of grip. Obviously, it's still damp. Well,
Yeah,
it's about 3 degrees. It's barely above freezing.
It's not the best driving conditions, is it? To be fair. It's quick on the change as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it shortens up again when we go into the R modes. It will quicken up again.
It stops as well, doesn't it?
The brakes are immense. They're good standard. They really are good standard brakes. I'm not going to do launch control or anything like that. I'll just put it in first gear. We're still in all the standard modes. Just go.
Fucking hell! Oh my god! That is stupidly quick. Oh my god! It almost sounds like he just wants to go, 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 go.
It does. It does. It's like, you know, you're still struggling for grip in third gear.
Heck. It literally throws your head back.
Yeah.
That was good, wasn't it? Camera for that. I told you this.
You got to lick it.
Just lick it. Jonathan told me to lick it. I'll put it in the paddles.
There you go.
Like me, it's just a tortoise in our business. Yeah. You can feel it wanting to fight a little bit on the back. That's not even squeezing the throttle.
Yeah, and then the fall.
What we got off now?
Okay, so now you're in R mode, so just do the same again and get ready to change gear.
Yeah.
You'll notice a bit more slip.
Definitely a lot louder. That's different again, that's like, you just feel everything going on, but you can feel it all twitching.
There's still a level of traction control there.
But you still feel you've got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no kind of, you know, you could be sideways in Lotus and see the back end in the mirror. Where that, you'd still feel you just got loads of control in there. Loads of control. Yeah, I want one. So there we go. The Nissan GTR. Jonathan's Nissan GTR. Would I buy one? Yeah, I would. Now it's, I suppose really, it's looking at some really, isn't it?
That's the fun bit, trying to find a good one.
I've been looking. There is a few out there, but it's some high mileage, low mileage. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they've had.
This is it. You know, you can have a health report done. Send them to a specialist. Same again, not too much to ask for someone who's selling a car like that.
Yeah.
For it to have a same again, service. You want one that's meticulous, service history, and then just look for the big expense, tyres, brakes, things like that.
There you go. I hope this video's been interesting, even if you are looking at GTRs. Jonathan knows them inside out. He's had one of the first ones in the UK. He's had a few cars. Give him a follow on Instagram. We'll put his tag in there as well. He's had quite a few nice cars you'll see on there, and he knows his stuff.
And it'll be at a track day very soon.
That's going to be the next video actually. We're going to film Felicity on a track day with Jonathan in the passenger seat.
Lots of bleeping.
Let's have it. See you next time.